So the question is, high altitude pulmonary edema, is it possible for the symptoms to occur after a patient has already left the mountain? And the answer is yes, you can have high altitude pulmonary edema after they've descended, though it's not going to be typical. So this is usually due to hypoxia at high elevations. So over 2,500 meters, hypoxia causes pulmonary vasoconstriction, and then that increases the pulmonary pressure, the arterial pressure, and then that causes capillary stress failure. And because those capillaries are failing, it will leak fluid into the alveoli. And so most cases occur within 2 to 5 days after you've arrived at the high altitude. And they begin while you're still at the high altitude, and they can also worsen rapidly after the treatment. And you'll see dyspnea, exertion, and later on you can have cyanosis, rales. And so sometimes there's delayed clearance of the pulmonary edema even after the descent. And so they can persist even though there's a lower altitude, but that's not what I would focus on. For step 1, you just need to know the non-cardiogenic edema is caused. You have normal wedge pressure, and it's caused by uneven hypoxic vasoconstriction. And you treat this with nifedipine so that you can decrease the pulmonary arterial pressure. You can also prevent this when you do a gradual ascent, or also you can give them prophylaxis like acetazolamide or nifedipine if they have really high risk. So it is possible that you can have the symptoms as you start the descent, but typically it's because of the hypoxia, the vasoconstriction, and the consequent capillary leakage, which causes the syndrome. And so relieving the high altitude would definitely relieve the symptoms of this disease. Cool. There you go.